Have you ever wondered what it means to be truly unbeatable? Not just great, not just a champion, but so dominant that you literally change the game you play. Well, to answer that, we have to look inside the mind of one person, the living legend, Magnus Carlsen.
To really get a grip on his dominance, you just need to know one number: 3. So what does that mean? It means that at one point, he held the title for world champion in classical, rapid, and blitz chess, all at the same time. Think about that. That's like an athlete winning gold in the marathon, the 100-meter dash, and the decathlon all in the same Olympic Games. It's just unheard of.
And then there's this number. For chess players, this is like the sound barrier, the Mount Everest of the game. It's the highest ELO rating, which is how you measure a player's strength, ever recorded in history, a score that people honestly thought was impossible. That number is 2,882. And Magnus didn't just reach it. He completely smashed through the ceiling of what we thought was humanly possible.
So the big question is, right? How? How does one person achieve that kind of total dominance? Well, the answer doesn't actually start with a chess move. Nope. It starts much, much earlier. You see, his journey to greatness didn't begin on a chessboard. It started with a brain that was just, well, built different. Chess wasn't what made him a genius. It was just the perfect playground for a mind that was already wired for something special.
I mean, just get a load of these early signs. While most of us were figuring out how to stack blocks, a 2-year-old Magnus was finishing 50-piece puzzles. By 4, he's building these super complex Lego sets, the ones for teenagers. And get this, by 5, he'd already memorized the areas, populations, and flags of every single country on Earth. We're not just talking about a bright kid here. This was a brain built to see patterns and just soak up information like a sponge.
So look at how fast this all happens once chess enters the picture. He learns the game at 5, and then bam! Just 8 years later, at 13, he's a grandmaster. For most elite players, that is their entire life's ambition. He just did it. It's like he didn't learn the game so much as he downloaded it, compressing decades of experience into a few short years.
But, becoming a grandmaster, that was really just the starting line. His teenage years are when he went from being great to being a genuine history maker, systematically breaking one record after another.
At just 18, he busts into one of the most exclusive clubs in all of sports, the 2800 ELO Club. To put that in perspective, at that point, only 4 other people in history, we're talking absolute legends like Kasparov and Anand, had ever done it. Magnus didn't just become the 5th guy. He did it as a teenager, the youngest to ever do it.
And then just a year later, at 19, the whole conversation shifts. He's not the kid prodigy anymore. He's not the future of chess. He was, officially, the best chess player on the planet, the undisputed world #1. So there was only one thing left to do. In 2013, he sat down across the board from the reigning champ, Viswanathan Anand, and he won. He became the world chess champion. It was the absolute peak of the mountain, the final step on that incredible climb that all started with some puzzles and Lego bricks. So, okay, he made it to the top. But everyone knows that staying on top is the really hard part. So the question becomes, how does he win? What is it about the way he plays that makes him seem invincible?
Well, who better to explain it than his former coach, the legend Garry Kasparov? He said Carlsen doesn't play for these flashy, quick knockouts. His game is deeper. It's all about this suffocating positional understanding. People compare it to a python's grip. He doesn't crush you, he just slowly squeezes every last drop of life out of your position until you have nowhere left to go.
And this is the real key. As a teenager, he was that fiery, aggressive player. But to become the champion, he evolved. He became what they call a universal player. He can beat you any way he wants. Attacking, defending, a slow grind, it doesn't matter. Imagine trying to prepare for an opponent like that. You can't target a weakness if there isn't one to find.
So where's his real home turf? It's the middle game. That's the part of chess where all the memorized openings and computer analysis starts to fade away. It becomes what Carlsen himself calls pure chess. It's just a raw battle of wits, creativity, and intuition. And in that kind of human versus human fight, his natural feel for the game is just on another planet. But the story doesn't end at the 64 squares. Not even close. Magnus has done something few chess players ever do. He's transcended the game and become a true global icon. And he's got some pretty surprising talents, to say the least.
His cultural reach is just incredible. I mean, this isn't a normal resume. He's been named one of Time's 100 most influential people. He's modeled for fashion brands like G-Star Raw. He's been a guest on 60 Minutes and The Colbert Report. He basically made chess mainstream cool again, in a way we haven't seen since the days of Bobby Fischer.
Okay, but if you want the most stunning fact of all, here it is. If you think that strategic brain of his only works on a chessboard, you are dead wrong. In 2019, he was playing Fantasy Premier League, a game of pure stats and strategy. Out of more than 7 million players around the world, for a brief time, he hit number 1. Number 1. It's proof that his mind isn't a chess engine, it's a universal strategy weapon.
So, let's wrap this up. He's conquered the most difficult intellectual game ever created. He's become a global cultural icon. He's even dominated a virtual sport with millions of competitors, just for fun. So when you've beaten the world at pretty much everything you've tried, it leaves us all with one final question. What on earth is the next move for the unbeatable mind?